Most of the Trump family's children have been open books when it comes to the media. But Barron Trump has been quite the exception. Since his father took office in 2017 and reluctantly left after one term in early 2021, Barron has stayed away from the public eye. However, we've uncovered some details about the youngest son, and it's sure to leave you speechless. From being the punching bag of the Trump family to rumors about mental illnesses, his extravagant lifestyle isn't as great as you think. Watch until the end to find out why. Melania Trump intended to keep Barron out of the spotlight. With Barron Trump's public appearances mostly confined to traditional first family events like Inauguration Day and the White House Easter egg roll, it's clear that Donald and Melania Trump aim to keep their youngest son out of the public eye. Melania emphasized this intention in an October 2016 interview with ABC News. "I teach him, I explain to him so he knows what's going on," she said. "He's taking it very well. I keep him balanced and just try to give him as normal a childhood as possible. He's enjoying his school and sports. He's a great athlete. And I just want to keep him out of the spotlight for now." This plan was consistently followed throughout Donald Trump's presidency. By December 2018, the Washington Examiner noted that Barron rarely appears in public with his parents. Around the same time, Melania told Fox News that despite the family's move to Washington, D.C., Barron's childhood was happy and enjoyable. She emphasized that shielding Barron from public scrutiny was necessary to give him the childhood he deserves. In 2020, when inappropriate comments and jokes about Barron's parentage surfaced on social media, Melania tweeted, "A minor child deserves privacy and should be kept out of politics." Her dedication to protecting Barron from the limelight remained unwavering throughout their time in the White House. He didn't move into the White House right away. In a departure from previous first children, Barron Trump did not immediately move into the White House after his father's presidential inauguration in January 2017. At the time, Barron was just 9 years old and in the middle of his 5th grade school year. Melania Trump, concerned about uprooting him from his home and friends, decided to stay in New York City for an additional 6 months, while Donald Trump moved to Washington, D.C. The decision was not officially announced, but Donald's spokesperson, Jason Miller, acknowledged the family's concern about pulling Barron out of school mid-year. Melania, who was Barron's primary caregiver, continued to take him to and from his private school in Manhattan during this transitional period. Melania aimed to keep Barron's journey to the White House low-key to protect his privacy, which she considered paramount. Melania and Barron eventually moved to the White House in June 2017, about 5 months after Donald. Despite initial hesitation from Barron about the move, Donald explained to people that his son understood the greater purpose. "When he hears I'm going to help people, that solves the problem," Donald shared. This delay in Barron's move to the White House marked a unique approach to transitioning a first child into the presidential spotlight. Barron Trump was the first boy to live in the White House in decades. When Barron Trump moved to Washington with his mom Melania Trump in June 2017, he made history by becoming the first boy to live in the White House in nearly 60 years. The last first boy was JFK Jr., who moved into the White House as a baby in 1961 when John F. Kennedy was president. Barron made his grand entrance to the presidential residence in typical Trump fashion, stepping off Marine One and walking across the White House lawn in a shirt that boldly declared, "The Expert." While Barron didn't get his own wing in the White House, the luxury he was accustomed to in New York City followed him to Washington. According to Inquisitor, a staff of 100 was on hand to ensure the Trump family's favorites, from snacks to toiletries, were always available. Barron Trump has attended some prestigious schools. Barron Trump's schooling at St. Andrew's Episcopal School instead of Sidwell Friends, the traditional choice for first families, highlighted the Trump's commitment to his education. Despite the $40,000 tuition, this decision reflected Donald Trump's specific educational preferences for his son. Barron Trump initially attended Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School in New York, before moving to St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Potomac, Maryland, in the fall of 2017. St. Andrew's is known for its prestigious reputation, with 100% of its graduates pursuing higher education. The school costs about $40,000 per year and boasts impressive facilities, including a dance studio, theater, dark room, massive library, and extensive sports amenities such as baseball, lacrosse, and soccer fields, basketball courts, and a fitness room. Additionally, St. Andrew's houses the only school-based center for mind-brain education science in the country. This unique feature integrates the latest neuroscience and psychology developments into classroom practices, potentially fostering another stable genius. Barron was the first child of a sitting president to attend St. Andrew's, breaking the tradition of attending Sidwell Friends. Notable alumni of St. Andrew's include eBay founder Pierre Omidyar. After relocating to Florida with his parents in 2021, Barron enrolled in Oxbridge Academy, another prestigious private school in Palm Beach, where he is set to graduate in 2024. Barron Trump had his own floor in his family's penthouse. At just 3 weeks old, Barron Trump had an entire floor of his parents' penthouse all to himself. Yes, you read that right. According to a 2006 New York Post report, Barron's floor in the $100 million New York City triplex included a kitchen, living room, nursery, and separate rooms for Melania Trump and Barron's nanny. There was even enough space for the golden stroller with a built-in chandelier gifted by Ellen DeGeneres. "He's a very good baby," Melania said at the time. "He's not a crybaby. He's calm, and it's fantastic." In a 2012 interview with Parenting magazine, Melania shared details about Barron's space, which was decorated with a mix of the home's style and his interests in planes and helicopters. "We let him be creative, let his imagination fly and do whatever he wants," she said. Despite his preference for clean and white, Barron also had a playroom filled with his pictures and art. Since he has his own floor, he can also put those things in his living room and on his own walls. 5 months after Donald Trump's inauguration, Barron and Melania moved from New York City to the White House. Melania tweeted, "Looking forward to the memories we'll make in our new home." After Donald's single term, the family relocated to their renovated residence at Mar-a-Lago. Barron Trump is closest to his half-sister Tiffany Trump. Among his family, Barron Trump shares a particularly close bond with Tiffany Trump, whose mother is Marla Maples, Donald Trump's second wife. Tiffany's marriage to motor manufacturing tycoon Michael Boulos in 2022 has her based in West Palm Beach, near Barron's Mar-a-Lago residence, unlike his other siblings who reside in New York. Tiffany's younger age compared to his older siblings, Don Jr., Eric, and Ivanka, who are from Donald Trump's first marriage to Ivana Trump, likely contributes to their closeness. Tiffany attended Georgetown University in Washington, D.C., and made an effort to spend time with Barron when the Trump family lived in the White House. She often sends him birthday messages, including a heartfelt Instagram post in 2020 that read, "Happy 14th birthday to the best little brother I could ever ask for. You mean so much to me, Barron. I wish you all the happiness in the world. Love you." The nature of their communication is not publicly known due to the high level of security surrounding Barron. When Barron was 10 years old and his father was in office, the White House enforced a media tradition that allowed the children of presidents to grow up outside of the political spotlight, ensuring their privacy. Allegations surfaced about Barron Trump being autistic. Despite publicized results from a 2020 physical showing signs of obesity, Donald Trump has kept his medical history mostly private. This secrecy likely extends to his son, Barron Trump, whose health details are equally undisclosed. Barron appears outwardly normal based on his public appearances. However, in 2016, comedian Rosie O'Donnell stirred controversy by tweeting, "Barron Trump autistic? If so, what an amazing opportunity to bring to the autism epidemic," based on a YouTube video titled, "Is Barron Trump Autistic?" O'Donnell, known for her long-standing feud with Donald Trump, denied that her tweet was a jab at the former president. Her website featured a poem about her daughter Dakota, who has high-functioning autism, and speculated that Barron might exhibit similar traits. However, Melania Trump was not amused and took legal action. She hired an attorney to threaten a lawsuit against the video's creator unless it was removed. A letter from Melania's lawyer, partially leaked by TMZ, stated, "The video allegedly seeks to stop the bullying of Barron Trump." Not true. The video did instigate further bullying by Rosie O'Donnell and others. O'Donnell later issued an apology on Twitter, saying, "I am sorry for the pain I caused. It was not my intent. I am truly sorry," as reported by Global. The incident highlighted the sensitivity and protective measures the Trump family exercises regarding Barron's privacy. Barron Trump was thought to be the reason behind Donald and Melania Trump's push for an e-cigarette ban. In September 2019, then-President Donald Trump announced that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration would soon issue some very strong recommendations related to flavored e-cigarette use, as reported by CNN. This came in response to several deaths and about 450 lung illnesses thought to be linked to vaping. Earlier that week, Melania Trump expressed her concerns on Twitter, saying, "I am deeply concerned about the growing epidemic of e-cigarette use in our children." She emphasized the need to protect the public from tobacco-related diseases and prevent e-cigarettes from becoming a gateway to nicotine addiction for the youth. During a follow-up press conference, with Melania sitting quietly beside him, Donald explained that the issue came to his attention through the First Lady. In a rather odd manner, he referred to their 13-year-old son without mentioning Barron by name, saying, "She's got a son. Together, that is a beautiful young man, and she feels very, very strongly about it," as reported by Vox's Aaron Rupar. This statement led many on Twitter to speculate that Barron had been caught vaping. For instance, Killstream founder Ethan Ralph tweeted, "Barron got caught with a Juul, and now we can't have mint pods anymore." There has been no confirmation or denial regarding Barron's alleged vape use. However, Donald later commented on the couple's parenting approach to the issue, emphasizing their united front. Barron Trump tested positive for COVID-19. After the World Health Organization declared a global pandemic in March 2020, President Donald Trump often minimized the impact of the coronavirus on American health, even referring to it as Kung Flu. Fast forward to October, and both the President, First Lady Melania Trump, and their 14-year-old son Barron tested positive for COVID-19. In a since-deleted post on the White House website, Melania expressed her concerns about Barron's health, especially after his initial test came back negative. "I couldn't help but think, what about tomorrow or the next day?" she wrote. "My fear came true when he was tested again, and it came up positive. Luckily, he is a strong teenager and exhibited no symptoms. In one way, I was glad the three of us went through this at the same time, so we could take care of one another and spend time together. He has since tested negative." While the president required more intensive treatment at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center, Melania and Barron quarantined at the White House. They focused on vitamins and a healthy diet to recover. Donald Trump later praised Barron for his quick recovery, saying, "I don't even think he knew he had it, because they're young, and their immune systems are strong and they fight it off, 99.9%, according to CNN. And Barron is beautiful, and he's free." This experience showcased the contrasting ways the virus affected the Trump family and highlighted Barron's resilience during the pandemic. Barron Trump was a surprise baby. Barron Trump's arrival was unexpected for parents Melania and Donald. Despite the president having 4 other children from previous marriages, he wasn't anticipating Melania's pregnancy so soon. The couple learned about their impending parenthood around 5 months after their extravagant Mar-a-Lago wedding in 2005. Melania revealed that when she told Donald he was going to be a father, he needed a moment to process the news. "He came home one day last August, and I told him he'd be a daddy," Melania shared with People. And his reaction was, "At first, he needed to take it in. It was a real surprise. And then he was very happy. Donald added, "I expected we were going to have children, so I wasn't totally surprised. But I was surprised by the speed of it. It happened very quickly." Born in March 2006, Barron displayed early developmental skills reminiscent of his father. By his first birthday, he was already walking and talking, showing signs of a sharp mind. Melania described him as very smart and very serious, noting his love for educational toys and books. "He's a very smart, very solid young guy," Donald remarked. Despite being a surprise, Barron quickly became a cherished addition to the Trump family. Donald Trump didn't change his youngest son's diapers. In a 2012 interview with Parenting, Melania Trump mentioned that her husband, Donald Trump, didn't change Barron's diapers. She said, "He didn't change diapers, and I am completely fine with that. It is not important to me." Melania added, "It's all about what works for you. It's very important to know the person you're with. And we know our roles. I didn't want him to change the diapers or put Barron to bed. I love every minute of it." However, this doesn't mean that Donald wasn't a doting dad in his own way. Melania shared that he and Barron enjoyed playing golf and having dinner together at Mar-a-Lago, the family's Florida retreat. "We enjoy family time," she said. Golf often came up when discussing Donald's relationship with Barron. In a 2015 interview with People, Melania noted that the two enjoyed dining out and hitting the golf course together. While some might think that golfing and dining sound more like business activities than father-son bonding, Donald defended his parenting, saying, "I've always prided myself on being a good father." Melania added, "They have beautiful respect and admiration for each other." So, despite not changing diapers, Donald's bond with Barron was strong and unique in its own way. He was on Oprah when he was just a baby. Donald Trump, visibly excited about fatherhood once again, proudly held Barron, showering him with kisses and admiring his delicate hands. Melania praised Donald's fatherly dedication, noting their morning routine of watching TV and reading newspapers together. Donald joked about their early bonding, quipping, "5 weeks old and we read the papers together?" The choice of the name Barron was a reflection of Donald's long-standing affection for the name, which Melania embraced. When asked about changing diapers, Donald expressed readiness, although it's clear he didn't take on that particular parenting duty. This early glimpse into Barron's life marked the beginning of a public existence that would always be closely observed. Barron had a nanny, but Melania was a hands-on parent. After Barron was born in May 2006, Melania Trump mentioned to the Palm Beach Post that they had a nanny to help out when needed. "In one way, we still need to have a life," she explained. However, in a 2015 interview with People, Donald and Melania Trump insisted they didn't rely on a nanny to raise Barron. "I like to be hands-on," Melania said. "I think it's very important. Barron needs somebody as a parent there, so I am with him all the time. As you know, my husband is traveling all the time." Yet days after this interview, Donald told the New York Post that there was a young woman, someone who works with Barron. Despite conflicting reports, Melania was consistently described as a devoted mother. In her book, Melania and Me, The Rise and Fall of My Friendship with the First Lady, Stephanie Winston Wolkoff, Melania's former advisor, claimed, "Melania has perpetuated the myth that she never hired a nanny when Barron was young and that she waited to start her businesses until he went to school. There was always someone there, the cook, Melania's assistant, and a lot of the time her mother, to watch him. Now at the White House, Barron hangs out with the Secret Service agents. So whether it was a nanny or a family member, Barron was always coddled for, even during the Trump family's time in the White House." Barron Trump has been the victim of cyberbullying. Growing up in the public eye as the son of a president has its challenges, as Barron Trump experienced during his father's presidency. In 2017, Barron became a target of cyberbullying when Saturday Night Live writer Katie Rich posted a now-deleted tweet suggesting he could become the country's first homeschool shooter. Rich faced significant backlash for her tweet and was suspended from her job, as reported by the New York Times. Despite the hurtful comments, Barron's situation drew attention to the broader issue of cyberbullying. Chelsea Clinton, who grew up in the White House as the daughter of President Bill Clinton, defended Barron and emphasized the importance of allowing him to have a normal childhood. She took to Facebook to express her support, stating, "Barron Trump deserves the chance every child does to be a kid. Standing up for every kid also means opposing POTUS policies that hurt kids." Rich later deactivated her Twitter account due to the controversy, but returned days later to issue an apology. She expressed regret for her actions and acknowledged that her tweet was insensitive and inexcusable. The incident highlighted the need for compassion and understanding, especially when it comes to children of public figures who are often thrust into the spotlight. Barron Trump was absent from his father's farewell speech. During the conclusion of his father's presidency in 2021, Barron Trump was notably absent from a significant moment. As Donald Trump bid farewell to the nation before departing from Washington, D.C. on Air Force One, Barron was not present. While Melania and his siblings stood by Donald's side, Barron was not seen at the event or when they left the White House for Joint Base Andrews, according to reports from People. The rest of Barron's older siblings, along with Donald's grandchildren, were in attendance to witness the farewell speech. Tiffany, Donald's daughter with Marla Maples, even brought her fiancé, Michael Boulos, to show her support. Despite Barron's absence from this moment, he did join his parents on Air Force One as they departed for Florida, where they would settle post-presidency. The reason for Barron's absence from the farewell speech remains unclear, but his decision to skip the event garnered attention from the media. Donald's closing remarks to the crowd were, "Have a good life. We will see you soon."
Have a good life. We will see you soon. Thank you. Thank you very much.